3 things you must do every day, not every week. Number 1, learn to rejoice always. Number 2, learn to pray always. Number 3, learn to give thanks always. Anything you don't pray about, you deny God's attention on it. Everything you pray about, God pays his attention on it. Habit is what you do repeatedly that became part of your life, that even unconsciously you do it. That's what habit does. It becomes a regular practice, and at times he gets into your subconscious mind, and you just find yourself not valuing what you are doing. They tell you don't go into extramarital affair, but you have built the habit of sleeping around. So even slightest opportunity that nobody is watching you, you have gone after another girl. Some have the habit of despising the house of God. When you grow the habit of despising the house of God, the habit of not attending prayer meetings, the habit of not coming for Bible study, your knowledge of God will begin to reduce gradually unannounced to you. When you excuse negative habits, it will form a new you. Do not grow the habit that does not give offering. So every time you give an offering, you give in faith to God. If the church mismanage it, leave the church and God alone. Stay out of it. You have just done your obligation as a Christian. Some have a bad habit of not giving joyfully to God when it's time to give. Anything you can give to God, you will not be greater than it. Some of us, out of our love for God, we give more than 10%, and yet we are not stranded. And when you give less to God, you struggle more because you have denied him to intervene for you. Smart people build the habit of giving continually to God. It's a privilege to give to somebody who is bigger than you. You know why? If he decides to give back to you, he will blow your mind. Once you are not happy giving, keep the money. It's better than to give grumbling. There is no habit that cannot change. You can have a good habit and change to become bad. You can have a bad habit and change to become good. Are you a wife beater? Do you beat your wife? You can make up your mind today, I will never beat my wife again, and God will honor it. It's in church you hear how to be a correct husband, to be a correct wife, to be a correct child, how not to be a vagabond, how not to steal. You hear all that in church. Nobody will tell you that in the clubhouse. So come to church as injured as you may be. Come to church as bad as you may be. Just hear the word of God. As you keep hearing the word of God, your heart will begin to change.